Does it make more sense to rent or buy a house? That's what I'm talking about today. Let's go. I'm Jamie Osby, a realtor with Calgary City Homes and EXP Realty. If this is your first time here, which I don't know why it would be, make sure to subscribe. I release new videos packed full of information every Monday to empower you to be a knowledgeable real estate owner. This is a huge debate. There are over 12,000 people Googling this exact topic every single month, renting versus buying. And it's totally understandable. I mean, this is a huge commitment when you decide to buy a home. It's not something that happens every day, and it's probably only a decision that you go through a few times in your life. And believe it or not, I'm going to remain 100% neutral. Yes, I'm a real estate agent, and my commissions are garnered by people who buy homes and sell homes. But again, I want what's right for you, and that means telling you how it is. And this information is going to help you understand whether or not the investment of purchasing a home is going to be the right thing for you. First things first, the thing you want to think about right out of the gates is that it's not always all about money and investment and future investment and saving or making a little bit more in the long run versus security. There is a lot more that goes into purchasing a home and why you would choose to do so than just your long-term dollar gain. Oftentimes, owning a home in a lot of major cities is just not reasonable. Period, point blank. So places like Vancouver, Toronto, I think Montreal is pretty much there or getting there. Tons of American cities, San Francisco, New York. I mean, they're just not realistic places to own a home if you're a young person starting out. So rent really is your own option or your only option at that point. Now, if you're looking at it as a budget perspective and you're on a very, very limited tight budget, you might want to look at what the costs would be to own the home per month versus what the costs would be to rent a house per month. I'll talk about it in a direct example that I know of here in Calgary. So I've recently seen a home in Cranston that was listed for rent, front attached, 2-story garage home that had 3 bedrooms upstairs, listed for rent at $1,700 per month. That exact same home, done a CMA on it, would probably cost you with your property taxes around $3,000 a month with your mortgage and everything. So obviously your price per month is significantly higher. Now, if you add to that all of the money that is tied up with your down payment as well, it's a significant amount of money that you would have to invest. But that's the thing, it is an investment. You are paying down your own mortgage, your own savings, putting money in your own pockets versus putting that money into somebody else's pocket. That is the age-old debate. Now, if you took that additional $1,300 a month and invested it elsewhere into higher grossing income pools and streams, then yeah, your investment-wise, maybe renting is a better option for you. But again, we're just talking dollar for dollar. We're not talking about all of the other things you gain by being a homeowner. One of those key considerations is your lifestyle. So if you're somebody that travels all the time, or you're looking at working abroad, or you just want to kind of have more freedom, then buying a home probably isn't the right thing for you. But if that's not you and stability is a key factor for you and not having to be uprooted and that consistency of knowing what your bills are going to be every month and not having to rely on somebody else's decisions, then owning a home is probably right for you. I can tell you horror stories of people that I personally know who are having to move year after year after year because the landlords decide to sell their home, and moving is not easy. It's costly, it's difficult, and it kind of just uproots your entire network and sphere. Now, obviously, the other thing to keep in mind is the housing market. I mean, there's booms and there's busts. You could buy a home and tomorrow it could be worth tons of thousands more than what you paid. Or opposite, you could buy it tomorrow and a few months later have it fall and be worth less. Now, while there's no crystal ball answer to that question, housing in the long run over many, many years will always be a good investment, even if it's just that you're forced savings and you're paying down that principal, and then you have the house at the end of the day to be able to turn over. Now, another key consideration, and one that kind of ties into your lifestyle, is having a place of your own that you can do what you want with. I've heard time and time again about people saying, oh, I want to paint the wall or decorate or make this renovation, or even just have a certain style of kitchen. You can't do that if you're renting a home. The lifestyle is going to be according to somebody else and not necessarily what you yourself want. Now, going along right with that is pets. It might actually surprise you how many people nowadays actually choose to be a homeowner because they will now have their own space for a dog or a cat, or just having that freedom to be allowed to choose how many they can have. So I guess for me, at the end of the day, it really isn't even a debate. It's kind of a waste of breath, people arguing over one side or the other. I mean, financially, sure, we could boil that down and break it down to pennies, but like I said, it's not always about the money. It's about lifestyle, pets, stability, doing what you want with your home. And if those are more important to you than $10,000 on the other side of things, then maybe what you need to do is purchase a home or not. So do what's right for you. That's all it boils down to. Don't let people pressure you into their opinion of what's right for you, and just go with that. Now, in the show's notes, I've linked 2 online tools for you. They're rent versus buy calculators. So if that dollar value is actually key for you, these will help you calculate those numbers out. If you are a renter looking to buy, check out this playlist. It's all about how to buy a home. I'd love for you to leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about renting versus buying. Thanks for hanging with me today. We'll see you next Monday. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to Vancouver cannot speak. Actually decide to be homeowners